Hi, Lanny Cottrell here. I'm the founder and owner of 123 Photo Go. I thought it'd be a lot more fun to get out in the field and show you how to take certain photographs. Some tricks I've learned over a period of time that I think may help you quite a bit. I am in this forest here. It's actually kind of a rugged looking forest, but I always try to look for things that might be really pretty and that you can take pictures of. Now, a lot of times when people are walking along the trail, as you can see just right behind me, for example, they walk through and they don't really see the beauty that could be there. And that is one of the other things that you really have to look for when you're walking out in the forest or in any scenery situation. So I am going to show a photo of this area right here that caught my eye. You'll see some red berries up here from the tree, as well as some beautiful new fall leaves down here. And I want to take a photo of that and do it with my Canon kit camera, which is not an expensive camera, and I thought that would relate more to what people really use in photography. Some people always ask me, well, how do you get good rich colors off of taking pictures? So I'm going to show you two options here just with filters. Filters is not used a lot for photography nowadays, and it should be, because that shows you, well, that means you produce the photo right here in the camera. So I'm going to take this picture right now and let you see how the picture looks without any filter on there at all. So let's do that. Okay, the second picture I'm going to do, I'm going to put this filter on the front of the lens. I'm going to have you look at this real close. This is actually an 81A filter. Back in the days when we shot film photography, we called that a warming filter. So it will warm up all of the colors that are here. I've actually seen it also used on portraits that give people a nice warm tan. And so a lot of people like this filter a lot. So I'm going to stick this filter on here right now, and we'll take the same picture that we took earlier so you can see the difference between no filter, which is what most people have, and using this 81A filter. Okay. Repositioned here, trying to get, if you can see the viewfinder, trying to make sure that my tree is in the thirds segment there, and now we're just going to take that picture. Yeah. Okay, we're going to do one more trick. This is one that a lot of people actually use today, and that's a polarizing filter. I'll put that on here in just a moment. Okay, the last filter I'm going to try on here. I've taken the warming filter off, and now I'm putting on the polarizing filter. Now, let me explain how polarized light works. It actually cuts reflections off anything that you're looking at. Now, a lot of people will wonder, well, there's no reflections here, but there is. Every time you look at the leaves on the tree, there is reflections off there. Now, our eyes just think that's normal, what we're seeing, but there is a certain amount of reflection that goes off of leaves and berries and tree trunks and all that stuff. So this will cut off all of those reflections, and thus making it a more colorful picture. This should be used by any time you take landscape shots, scenic shots, So that's why we're out here right now, to let you see how this works. Now, this does rotate, so once you have it screwed on, the outer ring rotates like this. And once you get it on the camera, then you rotate this filter till you see the colors become more richer. It's easy to see when you have that. So we'll stick that on here and we'll go from there. And then we'll show you the results of all three pictures when we're done here. So this one's a little tricky because you've got that one on the outside ring that wants to twist with your threads on the filter. So you have to make sure you get your finger in there really well. Okay, now you'll notice that that filter is slightly darker than a regular piece of glass. So my exposure will need to make sure that that compensates for that. I'm using a 200 ISO on this right now. I've actually set it for aperture priority, or on some cameras it says AV, and sometimes it shows, well, that's the one I wanted, because I wanted to set my aperture as high as I could, which gives me a small aperture, but a greater depth of field. I don't have to worry about blurry pictures. So now that that's on there, we'll take a picture. Okay, I'm trying to get a vertical picture here. There we go. All right. Dropped my eyes. Hang on. Okay, so this filter's on here. I'll get it focused first. And I'm going to turn this filter on the outside. And I'm looking for a couple of things. I'm going to bring this up just a little, actually, so we can see the sky. You're right about there. I got my best and richest colors right there. We'll go ahead and take that picture. Sometimes I like to put on a self-timer, then I don't have to worry about the camera shaking, even on a tripod. Okay, now we'll take a look at all three of these photos and see which one we like the best. Of course, there is still one more way to enhance colors on the picture, and that's what they call post-production. Either Lightroom or Adobe, whichever one you use. I like to use Lightroom the most to do the kind of color enhancements needed there. So we'll show that photo as well. And then that's it. Okay, thanks for following me on doing this segment of using different filters, how to get richer colors. These photos will be available on my website at 123photogo.com. Also, it will be available on the social media sites, you know, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and that. This will also be available on YouTube. So when you go into YouTube, please make sure that you like and subscribe and share with your friends. That will be the best thing you can do for us. And I hope you enjoy this, and stay tuned because we're going to do some more videos like this. Thank you very much.